Hi my loves, thanks for returning. As you know by the thumbnail, this video is going to be on MAC's new latest eyeshadow palettes that belong to their MAC Girls collection. And I have Risk Taker, Queen Supreme, and Classic Cutie. So if you're interested in hearing more about those palettes and seeing some swatches, then just keep watching. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Classic Cutie, Risk Taker, and Queen Supreme. So before I get into it, I'm just going to quickly say that supposedly the names of these palettes are supposed to be personalities of different ladies or women in the world. I really do like all of the names of the palette except one, and that would be Basic. You know what? There are a total of 3 in the new release, but last year they had a total of 6 palettes, and the names of those palettes were Mischief Minx, Power Hungry, Basic B, Rockin' Rebel, Fashion Fanatic, and Prissy Princess. So those were the names of the 6 palettes, but today I'm going to talk about the latest 3 palettes that they launched. The palette that I actually have on right now is Classic Cutie, so I'll go ahead and start off with that. So the palette retails for $41 on the MAC website. However, if you're interested in getting it cheaper, you can get it from Macy's for $39.50. And for Classic Cutie, the full description says that you can embrace your inner kawaii kid in the coolest lilac of Classic Cutie, featuring eyeshadows in Maybe So, On the Hip Side, Wide-Eyed Wonder, In My Jeans, Good Karma, Style and Influence, Mad Mod and Cuteness, plus an opalescent highlighter in Heart Melter. New pressed powder eyeshadow formula in Pearl delivers a creamy, silky texture with superior color payoff. So in this particular palette, you get a satin shine, what they call a satin shine, a smooth pearl, a foiled, and a opalescent, which would be the highlighter. So let me go ahead and show you the palette. Now I'm gonna have swatches hopefully next to me. So anyway, the palette again is really cute. It's about the size of a large candy bar, and you get this little overlay thing with that has the names of the shadows in here, and you get a mirror right here, and it folds all the way back, and here are the shades. I think that they are really cute. Now what I thought was really special about these shadows are the foil colors. I mean, these are like really pretty. This one right here is the highlighter. Now as far as pigmentation with these eyeshadows, I found that the foil shadows, they're really pigmented, but you do have to get a lot on your brush for it to be seen, and it can kind of get that hard pan just a little bit on top of it, but not so much to where you won't be able to pick it up on your brush or anything like that. So yeah, Classic Cutie definitely is a cutie. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is this one. This is Queen Supreme, and let me just tell you what MAC says about this palette. The description for this one is: claim your crown in rich metallics under the royal influence of Queen Supreme. Featuring eyeshadows in Magic Dust, Call Me Queenie, About to Rain, Posh As You Want, Long Live Luster, Tit for Tat, Fire Starter, and Royal Caper, plus an opalescent highlighter in Insta Queen. New pressed powder eyeshadow formula in Pearl delivers a creamy, silky texture with superior color payoff. I would consider these to be pretty much toppers, the lighter colors, unless you use a dense brush and pack it on very heavily. They really are some pretty colors. This highlighter right here, it isn't dark enough for me to use, but again, there it is. It's just a subtle highlight. It's nothing major. You're not going to get any type of major payoff. There you go. You're not going to get any type of major payoff with that highlighter unless you are fair skinned, or unless you like a really light, subtle highlight. Then these are the highlighters that would be for you. So you get a little sheet like this with this palette as well, and it comes with a mirror and of course it folds back as well. Now this palette retails for $41 on the MAC website. However, if you want to get it for $39.50, you can get it from Macy's. So Queen Supreme is by far, I think that this is my favorite palette, and that's only because it's got all the foil colors, and I just love foil colors. Okay, and the last palette that I'd like to talk about is Risk Taker, and here is the actual palette right here. And again, you get a mirror, okay, and you get this little flap with the names on it. Now this palette is the most colorful out of all of them, and I say that because you see that hot pink in here. So this palette does have creamy mattes, it has a satin shine and a foiled, and of course the highlighter and a pearl color. The description on this eyeshadow palette says, cross the lines in the bronze and loudmouth pinks of Risk Takers, featuring eyeshadows in risky business, dangerously elegant, fashion fanatic, outfitted, bossing it, totally fierce, free ride, and total obsessed, plus an opalescent highlighter in Let It Rock. New pressed powder eyeshadow formula in pearl delivers a creamy, silky texture with superior color payoff. So I did a look with this, and initially I thought that it wasn't going to look like anything, but this pink really helps my look to stand out. Did use all of the creamy mattes. Now I don't know why it is that a lot of companies like to say creamy mattes when the mattes aren't creamy. It just feels like I don't know, it's not creamy. Feels kind of like on the dry side, but I would say that it is very pigmented, as you can see. I mean, that's kind of a bright pink, and then you know you have your pearls and these colors up here. This is just a really pretty palette. I don't think that you could probably get a neutral look, and then of course a look with the, you know, that has the pink included. But I don't think that you could just get a whole host of looks with this palette. But it is pretty. The shadows do build up. Again, the foils that are in here and the satins and things like that, they can be built up, but for the most part of it, it kind of just reminds you of a topper. But you know, I think that MAC really did a good job with this new formula. I've never seen it before, and it's just really sparkly and pretty. You know, please let me know what you think of them down in the comments. So overall, what do I think about all of these palettes? I really like the foils, I like the satin shines, and I even like the pearl. The pearl just kind of reminds me of a soft shimmer, and the foil is would be a really heavily metallic-y foil, sparkly color. Well, you know, I showed you all the swatches, so you can really tell me what you think. I really am loving the new formula, even though you do have to pack it on and kind of go through some extra steps a little bit, but I don't mind to get a different type of look. When the next time you're in Macy's and you run across the MAC section, swatch the palette and see what you think about it. I think that overall, across the board, except for that one name, Basic You Know What, I think all of the names are kind of cute. You know, I think the packaging is cute. It's just a really cute set. And you know, historically, I'm not a fan of MAC eyeshadows, but when I read that these had some new formulas, I thought that I would just go ahead and try it. The creamy mattes are pretty much the same as what they were before, but it's the foils and the satin shines and the pearls that are really special. So that's my take on these eyeshadows, and that is pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about the swatches. Do you think that they're pretty? Do you think that it's anything different as far as what MAC has to offer? I think that the palettes really are nice. As far as the price, I do think that $39.50, and I'm not sure why they're more on the MAC website. I'm not sure why they're $41 on the MAC website. I think that the price is a little bit expensive, but you know, the packaging does not feel cheap at all, and the new formula is pretty cool. So yeah, I guess $39.50 is okay. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about the palettes. Do you have them? Do you plan on getting them? But when I saw these and I swatched them, I just thought that they were kind of something special. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and until my next video, smooches.